guys, welcome back to Astroways. Last episode we talked about beard. You must think that's the end of face reading. That has to be. It's the last thing on the face. Yes, it's the last thing on our face, but we haven't finished with face reading yet. Maybe I shouldn't even call it face reading. Maybe I should call it human body analysis. Since I've covered voice reading back in the mouth and tongue episode, I may as well just keep talking about other things. You can't stop me from going outside of the face now. So what do we have today? Now that we've done the front of our face, the front of our head, I wonder how much you know about the back of your head. I know we've talked about our hair, but underneath the hair, we have our skull. Now, unlike the front of our face, we have meat, bones, colors, textures, all those fancy things to talk about. Our skull is essentially just skin on bone. And for people who have hair, you don't really see much of your skin, so it's just bones. If you think bones don't really play an important part on our face reading, then you're wrong. Bones is the structure of human body. If there's any story we want to tell about human being, it should begin with our bones. Western countries call it phrenology. In fact, phrenology even comes from physiognomy, which is face reading. And phrenology itself is a big topic. It's even a medical related topic depending on the shape of the skull. Some of them are considered as medical conditions and has to be treated. But most of the shapes aren't directly related to IQ. It's not like you have a triangle head or your head is massive, then you must be smarter than others. No, there's no evidence to prove that the level of our IQ is related to the size and the shape of our head. It's more to do with the brain patterns, the many columns, the concentration, all those stuff. It's not related to size and outer shape. So you can chill out now, no matter what shape your head is, doesn't really mean you're stupid. We're gonna talk about something else here. So in face reading, in different areas of our skull, according to the shapes, we can see a few different things. First, examine your head skull. Check the back of your ears. See if you can find a piece of bone called mastoid bone. Press it and see if it's rock hard or a bit soft. People with mastoid bone super hard means they are very stable-minded. They don't tend to take risks. They don't easy to get conned. They can also be very stubborn. Nothing can change their mind. On the other hand, if your mastoid bone is very soft, that means you trust people easily, especially if you have your eyes and eyebrows far apart. Then you must have a lot of confidence in people. You believe the world is full of kindness and you're easy to be calmed. Mastoid bone is better to be not too soft and not too hard. Better not to be red. Red is not good. Mole is good. If you get a mole here, it means your career path is quite smooth and you're clear about what you want to achieve in life. The second bone is located on the upper area here above the ears. It's kind of like in between the sphenoid bone and the temporal bone. This area is better to be filled, wide and high up. That means you're kind-hearted, you're honest, loyal, and you can adapt to changes very quickly. Next area is the top of your skull. The top part is better to be wide and smooth. The shape should be like the back of the tortoise. That means you're fortunate, you're confident, determined, and disciplined. If your top is sticking out, that means you're stubborn and quite full of yourself. If your top is going in like the letter U, it shouldn't go in. I've never seen anyone has the top skull going in, so I don't know. Next part is the back of your skull. In face reading, we call it the pillow bone, because here is where we rest on the pillow. This part is about responsibility and compassion. Responsibility to work, to your family. People with rounded and filled pillow bone have very strong responsibility. They can feel what other people feel and always have a sense of involvement. Always want to take care of family and offer help. A good pillow bone is rounded and smooth. What happens if your pillow bone is sticking out like this? That means this person is not loyal, can betray you. His personality can be quite extreme. It doesn't mean it can't be successful or whatsoever, but he wouldn't have the compassion for others. A lot of businessmen, especially the greedy ones, have this type of bones. If you're looking for employees, looking for boyfriend, girlfriend, then you found one with bone like this, then you need to ask yourself if you can overpower him or tame him. So, what if you have a flat head? You don't have a rounded bone, you don't have a sticking out bone, you just simply don't have a pillow bone. That means you're not a sensitive person. You may not feel what other people feel. You only focus on yourself and your own benefits. You tend to be more selfish than others who have rounded pillow bones. In general, you tend to find girls tend to have their pillow bones more rounded and filled than guys. Guys tend to have their pillow bones slightly flatter because women tend to have more compassion. They're easier to cry over a movie, they look after their kids better than guys, and they focus on details more than guys, etc. Pillow bone is also the higher the better. High up pillow bones means you have good inheritance. Your family have wealth to pass down to you. So that's most of the bones on the back of our head. There's still one more area, which is the lower part that connects to our neck. We'll leave it to the next episode when we talk about our neck. All these head bones we talked about today are very important. In face reading, there are 9 well-known pieces of bones that matter the most. The sun and moon horn bone on your forehead, the brow bone, the outer eye bone, which is the house of husband and wife, the mountain root bone on the nose or nasal bone, the cheekbone, the upper ear bone, the top head bone, the pillow bone, and the neck bone, which we'll talk about next. If you have all these 9 pieces of bones in good condition, it doesn't matter how ugly you are, nothing can stop you from being extremely successful and extraordinary. If you can't have all 9 bones perfect, then most of the time having good back head bones is even more important than having good front face bones. And guess what? Back head bones are so very much shapeable for newborn babies. With good sleeping positions and even some medical help if necessary, you can shape your kid's head. I wish my parents shaped my head better when I was a baby. Anyways, the whole point of face reading is not about feeling sorry for yourself. It's about knowing what your weakness and your disadvantages are and improve yourself to be a better person. Okay guys, that's all for today. If you want to have your personal face reading with me, you can email me at astroways.info@gmail.com or find me on Facebook at Astroways. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to know more about metaphysics, please subscribe my channel and I'll keep you updated.